look who's here. Yay! Ninj and Catherine. And Catherine's at lunch, so she may not be here on time, but I'm so grateful that you're here. My eye looks weird. Don't know what's up with that. But I'm so glad to be here. We are celebrating today. What is better than celebration? We are celebrating because today is officially Julie Jordan Scott Day. And you know, nothing like having a day named after yourself, right? The funny thing is, I've actually had, I'm going to go in the sun because I'm a little bit cold. I have had a day named after me one time before, but it was a long time ago. So anyway, I'm going to move this over so I can be in the sunshine because I'm a little bit chilly. I forget sometimes as a Californian living in New Jersey that sometimes it is cold even when the sun is out. It always surprises me, which is so funny. Hello, hello. I'm so happy you're here. If you'll take a second to like the video, I'd appreciate that. And yay, we're out in the sun and we're celebrating. So we're celebrating because today's Julie Jordan Scott Day at the Source, which is such a blessing. I feel so grateful, joyful to have that distinction. And I've never won a day for myself before, so I just want to make it the best day possible. And the other thing is, I didn't realize when this got scheduled is that literally a year ago, I think early last week, was when I first came back to YouTube after a long time away. And hey, Mike, good to see you. I know. It's such a pleasure. But when I came back to YouTube a year ago, I actually started this channel like 19 years ago. Hey, Kim. So it feels really awesome to have stuck it out for a whole year. And when I look back at that first video, I worked really hard to try to make it good. And probably the best thing about it was the location. The location was out in the woods. And I love being out in the woods, as many of you know. So I'm delighted to be here to celebrate with you, whether you're live or on the replay. It always makes me happy to enjoy times with you, no matter what's going on. So I'm wondering, what are you celebrating today? Do you have anything worthy of celebration? I think that so many things are worthy of celebration. It's like, and there's of course, like now there's not a car, well, there's a car and there's a helicopter. Einstein said we either see nothing as a miracle or everything as a miracle. I would much rather see everything as a miracle. I certainly believe that each and all of us gathered here for this live stream are miracles. And of course, as soon as I go live, my daughter texts me, Emma the superstar. If you've watched any of my recent videos of my road trip, Emma is my co-star, my partner in joy on those. So I just want to also thank you all for helping me to recognize the importance of joy. And that's kind of been, it's such a good descriptor of who I am and what I am attempting to share, which is how significant it is to age joyfully, because the alternative is not so great. And by that I mean, I am someone who survived a near-death experience, and I'm so grateful to be alive, and I'm so grateful to be here with all of you in this space at this very unique time that we have. And I think it's important that we all continue to create content that will warm people's hearts and help them to see and experience more joy. So thank you so much. Okay, really, I'd love to hear on the replay too, what are you celebrating today? What? Oh, that's good. I like that energy, Ninj. What are you celebrating today? What is making you feel joy in your heart? I feel joy because it is beautiful outside today. And even though it's chilly, it still feels so good. The sun is out, the sun against my skin feels really good. And the fact that I'm getting my hair done soon, that makes me feel full of joy. Anyway, so celebrations, that's another thing. We're celebrating, and literally for someone who's experienced a near-death experience, every day is a joy. Every day that I'm alive is a joy. And every day that I'm allowed to share my gifts and talents with others is a joy. Every day that I get to sit on this porch, whether it's rain or snow or rain, snow, sunshine, heat, mosquitoes, fireflies, Pretty soon the flowers will start blooming. They're gorgeous here, let me tell you. I have beautiful flowers in my garden. I think it's a philodendron over there, and it's getting taller over there. So when it starts blossoming, it'll be fantastic. Hey, and Kay and Ro, how are you doing? Um, so yes, this is probably going to be a shorter than usual live stream, because I have an appointment. But hey, Catherine, you did make it. That's exciting. But I wanted to definitely thank the Source for gifting me with this very special day. And I hang out with the Source sometimes on Sundays for their lives where they spin the wheel. And I still haven't one on my own. I was actually gifted this by Ninja there, and it went through like many different people before it got to me. So, okay, good. Kim is saying, I celebrate because the Lord has made this day, and the world didn't end. Yeah, it's like that song. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. If you ever went to Vacation Bible Schools, you've heard that song. I used to sing that to my kids to wake them up. They didn't necessarily enjoy that. Just because I'm too enthusiastic in the early morning. Everything is a miracle. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. You are each a miracle. In fact, when I was in New York City last week, I went by Macy's. I didn't go inside. I'm not much of a shopper. I somehow never got that feminine thing of being much of a shopper. But Miracle on 34th Street, the movie and the play took place at Macy's. And when I directed that movie, I am noted for the warm-up games that I'd have my actors do. And one of the ones that we had is we would gather in a circle, and then we'd find partners, and we would look at each other in the eye, and this is what I would say. I would say, you are a miracle. And you are a miracle. And it sounds so hokey, but when you actually look at someone and tell them eye to eye and say, you are a miracle, and you say it with your whole heart, it is amazing how people felt after that exercise. And while some of them joked about it at first, because there were a lot of, young people in that cast because it's a show about kids and families and stuff. But when people started to really put their hearts into it, they started requesting it. Are we going to play the miracle game today? So I love playing the miracle game. I haven't played that in too long of a time. So I'll tell you, each and all of you, you are a miracle. Each person on this live stream is a miracle. Each person on the replay is a miracle. And I am so grateful to have you in my life. So I'm going to celebrate you. By the way, I also want to say that the answer to the trivia question on my page, the trivia question on the page is about a famous writer, and the person who got the closest was Kim. And I'm now in the process of writing haiku for everyone. Each person who submitted a response is getting personalized, very short poem called a haiku. And I'm slowly and surely creating those. And what I'm doing is I'm watching people's videos, and I'm picking little bits and pieces from their videos and incorporating them into the haiku themselves. And then the other thing that I will do is I will post them on a post on my page with your link. So I'm hoping that will help you get people's curiosity going about who you are, what you're up to, and how the haiku relates back to your video. I just thought that would make it really fun. Kind of unusual. I've never seen anyone do that before. And I was going to say, yeah, Canro, it's like I am a creative, and sometimes I don't show that, the writer side of me. Hello, how are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you also.
Yeah. Enjoy your walk.
Thank you.
So the fact that I am a creative is something that I haven't been showing up as much of that. So, okay. Oh, spouse wife's name is Kim. Mike, spouse wife is Kimberly or Kim. So kind of you. See, that's a really generous thing that Mike did. He just said, I forgive me for not saying that. Forgive me for not remembering your name. It is hard to remember everyone's names here on YouTube. So I really like that. Hello, is that my Miss M? Yes, my Miss M. The sun is pretty bright, so it's hard to read your name. I'm so glad you're here, Miss M. If you haven't seen the post on my page, because I know you're a literature lover, there's a picture where I'm sitting next to a grave. I'm in a cemetery, because doesn't everyone get their pictures taken in cemeteries? That's a joke. And I'm sitting in front of Louisa May Alcott's grave. And Louisa May Alcott wrote Little Women. She was also a Civil War veteran. She was a nurse in the Civil War. And when she came home from the Civil War, came home from service, her health had deteriorated. And so she wrote Little Women because her editor said, we need a book for girls. And this was a new thing. Before that, there was no such thing as writing books for girls. And Louisa May Alcott was not really inspired by it. She's like, okay, I guess I'll write a book for girls. I'll just write about my family. I'll just write the story of me and my sisters, which is what she did. And I have been to that home where she wrote that book and other books. And Little Women has never been out of print. It is so popular that it has never been out of print. It is a book that created a genre of fiction for girls. It's written about girls. It's written about domestic stuff. So it's not, there's nothing, it's not like high drama. It's not high motion. It's just a girls' lives. So. Oh, and Kim, otherwise known as Spousewife, I love cemeteries too. I visit cemeteries when I travel, oftentimes. The one in Concord is famous. There's so many famous people in there. In that same row, oh, sorry, a car. In that same row as Louisa May Alcott is, there's Henry David Thoreau, there is Ralph Waldo Emerson, there is down the way a little bit, someone who I'm not wild about, but is very famous. And so now, of course, his name went out of my head. I can't believe it. It's not Herman Melville, but Herman Melville and he had kind of a relationship going on too. Oh, your family would have a picnic in the cemetery. When I visit my daughter, my first child was stillborn, and I've been known to not have picnics, but have little gatherings there. And I think that sometimes in our culture, we don't honor the dead as much as in some other cultures. And so I've been known to sit there for a long time. There's also a really nice tree that I hug. And when I went to visit my parents recently, my video coming out about that will be probably tomorrow. The biggest difficulty for me when I got to the cemetery was the tree that we had the service under is gone. So I was looking for my parents' headstone and I was like, where is it? It fell off, and that's because the tree was gone. Hey, hi Cheryl. Yeah, they're all, that makes me laugh in the cemetery. But I find it very peaceful and idyllic, especially like that one in Concord, Massachusetts. Another person there is Daniel Chester French. Have any of you heard of him? I'm not expecting you to, because I hadn't heard from him until the recent years. But Daniel Chester French is a sculptor who made the Minuteman statue in Concord, the spot where the shot was heard around the world, which is right next to Ralph Waldo Emerson's manse. He lived in a manse just like I do, Ralph Waldo Emerson. And he was looking out over the bridge where that statue now is, that beautiful sculpture. And Daniel Chester French also sculpted the Lincoln Memorial in DC. So if you've ever set eyes on that amazing Lincoln Memorial, Daniel Chester French. So next time you guys play trivia games, you can, and get these questions, you'll know them. Okay, so Kimberly's talking about visiting Barbados and St. John. Oh, a cemetery from the 1600s. Oh my goodness. Half her vacay pics and those beautiful places were gravestones. It's interesting. So anyway, I don't know what, yes, it would be so interesting. I don't know that I would say in New England, in Massachusetts, there's some dating back that far, but I'm imagining there's probably even more in Barbados and St. John's Church. Yeah. Some of them are really hard to read when they're that old. There's a really cool cemetery in Morristown at a Presbyterian church, as a matter of fact. And then in Massachusetts, in Concord, there's another cemetery that's older than the one where the famous writers are all buried. I really enjoy them. In fact, Kay and Roe, you all have this really cool video, and I don't remember where it was, but there was like a hidden cemetery, and I remember the names. They were like Slavic. There were a lot of immigrants, like from what was then Czechoslovakia. It was so interesting because, of course, Kay and Roe put out this video, and I had to research it all. Okay, and that's totally fair. That's totally fair, Cheryl. Hi, Catherine's hubby. I know you're a great guy. And you know, we all have different. I know that a lot of people think I'm really weird for enjoying cemeteries, and churches are beautiful also. So it's really been an honor to live next to this church over here. Oh, Hibernia. That's a great video. Yes, the one in New Jersey. And it's like it wasn't like a cemetery just out in the open. It was back in the woods somewhere, which to me always makes it special. Because I used to do that when I hiked with Dad when I was a little girl. He would do the whole I'm sorry, Cheryl, we're continuing to talk about this. The headstones, you know, you take a paper and you would use wax or something, crayon, and do a imprinting of it, which is really kind of fun. Oh, an old mining town. Were they, what kind of mining? Iron mining? Just curious. Okay, so anything more about celebrations besides celebrating the joy of just being here together? The joy, in looking at all of you, most of the people in here have been very supportive of my channel as I've continued in this last year to really work on building it. And when I first started out a year ago, when I made that first video out in the woods talking about what my channel was going to be about, and it has been about what I said it was going to be about, I never imagined that I would actually have friends on YouTube. I didn't know that was possible, so this is very cool. Iron mines, yeah. There's a lot of iron from New Jersey. My brother told me it wasn't as good as iron in other places, but pshaw, what does he know? Trying to think that in Franklin, they also have some kind of mineral that isn't anywhere else, but I can't remember what it's called. And I should know, it's my neighbor. In fact, I had a job offer from the school district in Franklin, but I didn't take that one. I stuck close to home. I loved having a commute that was 2 songs long. I just drove for 2 songs and I would be there. So, do any of you have playlists? Here's something to celebrate. Do any of you make playlists for certain drives? Because I would have playlists for driving to school. And it was Montel Jordan was the first song. You know, this is how we do it. You know that song? Oh, here's Mike. Mike Adventure Sparks is saying, I'm celebrating how nice people can be. How nice people can be. I have one subscriber designing coffee cups for his channel, and another subscriber made a song for my channel. Absolutely amazing people. Yes. Well, I'm thinking of making, and I'll ask you all, I'm thinking of making the trivia thing a regular feature, and the prizes will probably continue to be some kind of writing from me, because I love writing personalized poetry. Again, I haven't done it for a long time, so it's been really fun to start that. I haven't gotten to you all yet, but I will. Yeah, I've done a lot of personalized poetry. I've done that at fairs, like school fairs. I made magnets that I wrote poetry on and sold them to raise money for schools or other organizations. I enjoy doing that a lot. Ninj says, I visit my great-great-grandfather every August, who was freed from slavery when he was 6 years old. That is remarkable. I have gone in this area. There are cemeteries with enslaved people, and it's my heart hurts a little bit, and I enjoy honoring every person. Yeah. Hi, Juliet. So good to see you. Hello. It is a great annual tradition. I agree. Kay and Rose says that to Ninj. It's a wonderful tradition to go visit your great-great-grandfather. So good to see you, Juliet. What are you celebrating today? Do you have anything that you would like to share with us so we can celebrate with you? Mike was just celebrating about his amazing subscribers who do really nice things, unexpected things for him, which is marvelous. Also, it's Julie Jordan Scott today. I'm sorry if I didn't read all that correctly. The sun is in my eyes, but it feels so good to have the sun on my face. Spring is here. Yeah, look at that. Everybody's saying that's incredible, Ninja. Incredible. I believe that's in Kansas. Isn't that in Kansas where you go? Did you put that in your comment? Again, I can't see the comments really well. I should move this into the shade. But then I'm in the dark, but I can see better. There we go. Okay, well, we've been here for 20 minutes. We've been here for 20 minutes. That's really cool. I look like I have a black eye. So let's see, I'm celebrating that I've been here for a year, and I'm doing a live stream. And I love live streaming, so it's exciting to be doing a live stream again. I also want to say on Friday, we're going to do something different because I'm doing Friday morning coffee and conversations on the porch. And we're going to talk about March Madness. Now, some of you might think, March Madness, football, not football, March Madness, basketball, and all the basketball stuff. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. So we will be talking about the basketball. I have some trivia, of course, about March Madness because I want y'all to win your trivia games that you play. Between my literary stuff I'm throwing out there and March Madness to basketball, but also about how you can pair things in your life, you know, have pairings and then kind of play your own little March Madness game. And if you look at the description of the live on the schedule for Friday, you'll see some more about that. But oh, Juliet, I didn't know you had a new channel. That's exciting. Or did I? I don't think I do. I'll check it out though. She's almost monetized on her regular or her channel that she's had. The Coach Juliet, is that? I don't know. I'll have to go over to the one that I know from you, but. And let's see. Oh, there it is. Juliet's new channel for women over 40 and metabolism. Wow. Wow, that is so exciting. It's so important as a woman who is over 40. Oh my goodness, Ninj just learned his family history 3 years ago. I'm curious how you did that. I'm curious how you found out your family history. I actually have family in Kansas, historically, from my grandmother's side. I also am qualified to be a daughter of the American Revolution. I've never joined, but I am going to a tea they're having, and I have performed in storytelling events at their house here nearby. That's really cool, Cheryl. And I would say there's kind of a freedom of celebration when you're not so heavily focused on the monetization. Although part of my whole thing is growing for the joy of it right now. And I know that some of us have specific missions that come with monetization. So yeah, that is very cool. Okay. Okay, I'm glad he moved over so now I can see. Okay, good. Excellent. So many cool things. Ninja says he has a motorcycle playlist. Montel Jordan's on it. This is how we do it? I love that song. I sometimes listen to it over and over again. The first year that I was at the school, my theme song for that year was from the movie Rent. The one about love, you know, the kind of the theme song for Rent, because it talks like the seasons of love and kind of for me, it's about investing in love. So I was investing in love with the students that I was with. Yes, women of a particular age. Okay, so Coach Juliet has Coach Juliet of Edens and now Juliet Edens. So I just have Julie Jordan Scott. I've been Julie Jordan Scott online since before the turn of the millennium. That's a long time. By the way, if you haven't liked this video yet, if you cared to, I would really appreciate a like. And I also want to say thank you so much, whether you're live or on the replay, for sharing me for this special celebration day. I don't usually go live on Tuesdays, but I'm happy to be here. I also will not be doing a poetry live this week because on Thursday I will be taking care of a certain 3-year-old, almost 3-year-old. So can't do that this week, but I will be doing the Friday on the porch when I do the March Madness theme. I will not be on this porch. I will be on a different porch. You know, I always like to keep things new and fresh. This is how we do it. Yeah, that's my song. That's the song that I used that second year at the school. And sometimes I would be dancing as I pulled into the parking lot. And the kids always seem to enjoy that because sometimes high school kids don't realize that the faculty are just adults. You know, the faculty are just humans. We might do crazy things like dancing. Speaking of fun and crazy things, Sunday, my favorite local band, Ladies of the 80s, has a gig at Tin Barn Brewing in just over the border in New York. I'm very excited. Hello, Mrs. Paula. So if any of you are at Tin Barn Brewing in New York, right over the border, we could do some dancing. I'm like, I want to do some dancing. I want to get on the dance floor. And I'm happy to dance by myself if there's no one around. So Mrs. Paula comes in the house and everybody's excited. Yay, Mrs. Paula. Mrs. Paula, I'm getting my hair done today. Usually what happens when I get my hair done is I get all kinds of weird color around my whatever this is. Right around my forehead where my hairline is. Where my Eddie Munster, I have that thing there. Yeah, Julie dance. It could be a video. It could be a video. Yeah, doing the dancing to the 80s, my favorite era. I love 80s music, and I love the ladies of the 80s, and the gentlemen who play the instruments are really good. Their bassist is amazing. He's really amazing. He's a doctor. He's a doctor who plays the bass for ladies with the 80s, ladies of the 80s. Because, you know, just like I said about the kids at the school, at High Point High School, you know, they're like, wow, you're a real human. You like to dance, you like music, you like being out and about. So dance on the line. Yeah, between hair day, dancing. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't want to dance by myself in a live. I could go live on the day. I could go live at the Ladies of the 80s concert. Maybe it's on Sunday afternoon. I love that they're having a gig on Sundays. On Sunday from 3 to 6. It's perfect. Nice and early. Does Mrs. Paula have new glasses? I love that they're doing it. My brother, Jim, has sung karaoke. They had karaoke in Orange County in Southern California that he went to. It was from 3 to 6, and he would have a very, very fun time. And I have said to myself, Jim, I wish I could have gone to karaoke when you were at your peak moment singing, because that would have been really funny. One time when we were, my brothers and I were dancing in Phoenix, when I lived in Phoenix, and there were, I'm trying to think of who the football player was. There was a football poster on the wall, and I was dancing with the football poster. And I literally can't really remember any football players from the mid-'80s, but, you know, do I know how to have fun, or do I know how to have fun? Oh, free glasses for honest reviews? Well, that's cool. I'll check that out, Paula. I just got some new glasses when I was in California. But because I'm always happy to have more. All right, anything else? We'll be ending up here in about 2 minutes. Mrs. Paul, are you celebrating anything you'd like to share besides glasses? Catherine, does your husband want to share anything? We always like to include the partners here. So should I get purple in my hair? I'm not getting purple in my hair. I thought maybe I should say some crazy stuff just to see what y'all would say. I'm going with the same color, same highlight scheme. I don't know how much, like I said the other day, I don't think I'm getting much cut off. But I'll probably get this front stuff cut a little bit, because I like to have it covering my scar right here that you may or may not have noticed, but I notice it, so. Do I wear contacts, Ninja? No, I do not wear contacts. I used to wear contacts. I only wear glasses. I think because of my eye, how my eyes are, I wear progressives. Now we're getting really personal. I wear progressive lenses, and the last time I tried to get contacts, they don't make contacts for progressive lenses, so. All righty, let me see, make sure I didn't miss anything. But truly, 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 while I'm celebrating the fact that this is, the source is Julie Jordan Scott Day, I just love that the timing is right around the time that I started this again a year ago. And each person here has been a part of that, the growth of my channel. While I'm not even close to the high numbers that many of you are, there's been a steady growth, and there's been a consistency of relationship. I'm so glad that you caught me live too, Juliet. So it really is an honor to share the place. Yes, I will check my makeup. It's kind of a mess right now. It's funny because when I go live, I am probably the least vain live streamer in the world, because I just don't make any fuss at all. When I was on Periscope, I used to go live every day. Church bells. I used to go live every day between 6 and 7 a.m. I looked a mess. I look back at those videos, I'm just like, Julie, what were you thinking? I do too, Cheryl. We're only going to get one. This church is the Catholic church. Right here is the Presbyterian church. Down the street, there's a Reformed church. So we have a lot of churches. My house in Bakersfield also has 2 blocks away is a Catholic church, and across from that is a synagogue, a temple. And I've been to both of those places, and they're amazing. I love having the bells, and I love having spiritual homes. So, oh, thank you, Kimberly. You're so kind. All right, everybody, we've been here for half an hour. I'm so glad. It's like the church said that was kind of like a benediction. That that was kind of like an ending, and an ending to our celebration. So. I am so glad to see each and all of you here. You each and all make my life more of a celebration. I'm not going to cry, but no, it's really been wonderful to spend time with each of you this year. And I look forward to more years and more celebrations because we're all going to have things to celebrate. Okay. Thank you so much, and we'll see you all. I hope you can come Friday at 8:30 because playing the March Madness trivia, I think will be fun. I've learned new stuff. And I'm from a family with 4 brothers. We did a lot of March Madness, the actual basketball. So I would say the one thing about March Madness, okay, here's Julie trivia. I have a favorite coach, a favorite college basketball coach who I first saw. Okay, this is really, well, I first saw during March Madness because he was coaching an underdog team. He no longer coaches for that underdog team. He now coaches for more of a powerhouse team. Does anyone want to guess who that is? I'm thinking some of you might know. The first name starts with an R. The last name starts with a P. Any guesses? He had a really sad story that first year that I saw him too. The college that he coached before started with a P, and the college he coaches for now starts with a K. I'll give the clock 10 seconds. Who is that basketball coach? Does it surprise you that I know sports? I do know sports. I'm a very good, like when I go to games, I'm over the top with excitement, whether it's football, basketball, especially college and high school. Any kind of auto racing, motorcycle racing. I've been to quite a few. I've been to quite a few car races and motorcycle races. Okay, so here it is. My favorite. You don't know sports. Well, that's all right. I can teach you. Okay, my favorite coach is Rick Pitino. He's now, I believe, still with Kentucky. But when I first found him and when I first just thought, what a great coach, he was at Providence College. If any of you, I don't know what year that was. Again, it was probably in the 80s. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for your presence here again. And thank you for putting up with my silly trivia. I hope to see you on Friday. Take good care. And I'll see you on all of your videos. Bye now. You know nothing of any sport. And that's okay too. That's okay too. It's all good. Bye now.